Hi everyone, so I recorded this video to show you what the functions assessment should basically look like and how it should function when you're done with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the page. So you can see here that the alert happened for the first function. So define a function named first letter name. So it should take a string name as a parameter and alert the message. The name starts with the letter M. So for me, it's Michael M. um, and then nothing else pops up, which is what we want. So if we open the console, I've written some console logs in my code to show you what the in general kind of how the functions should work. So for instance, I have these two console logs here to show the second function. Basically, when divisible by 2 is written correctly, if you plug in an even number, it should return true. When you plug in an odd number, it should return false. And then if you plug in an array to the largest num array, it should return the largest number. So let's break these down a little bit. So for first letter name, and here's a little neat trick. When your code is loaded up, you're able to access it in the console. So you can, I recommend doing it for testing sake. It's helpful. So let's say I plug in John. You see the alert, plugs in the name, starts with the letter J. So this should work for any name. So a lot of students in the past have just had it working for one name because they didn't use the parameter correctly. This function takes a parameter and it should take any name and alert the name, whatever the name is, starts with the letter, whatever it starts with, right? So take note of that. For the next function, so divisible by 2, you'll notice that I asked you to have it return whether the number is even or odd. So it's not going to display anything when you call it. It's not going to alert. But in the console, you'll notice that it will show you what it should return. So if I plug 5 into divisible by 2, it's obviously false. If I plug in 6, it's true. And finally, the largest num array. So I want it to be clear that when you plug in an argument for this, it should be an array. So you're not plugging in like a random number or a string. You're actually plugging in a full array. So if I plug in an array, three 67.21749. Notice when I hit enter, it's giving me the biggest number in that array, the 67. So it shouldn't matter where that number is in the array. It'll return it if it's the biggest. For instance, if I change this to 74, now 74 is the biggest number. So hints for this one, because I found this one's kind of challenging for beginners. It's easiest to start with some variable, make a variable called largest num inside of your array and assign the value of the first number in the array. So you just plug in whatever that first number is. So this happens inside the function. And then when you loop through them, all you have to do is check, hey, is this number bigger than what's in largest num? If yes, then reassign largest num. If no, then nothing. Is this number bigger? If yes, reassign. At the very end, make sure you return the number. So the instructions for divisible by 2 and largest num are that they return the output. So for divisible by 2, it should return true or false. For largest num, it should return the largest number. That's all I got. Thanks for watching.